Welcome, fellow Jedi and Sith. You are tuning into not Imperial Radio, but a new fun thing we want to do here at Imperial Radio. If you're noticing, you are on YouTube right now, and we are uploading more than what is the usual the podcast episodes to our YouTube. I recently decided that we are going to add some functionality to the YouTube side of things, and I'm really excited to get that going. Um, I thought I'd just have a nice little fun, kind of for my sake of my uh, peace of mind, do somewhat of an easy video for you guys. So I'm chilling. It's late at night. I'm just chilling at my PC, and one of my favorite things. Sorry, I keep moving the frame out of view. I'm just screen recording right now, and I am just going to be doing a tier list for you guys. If you're not familiar, this site is called tiermaker.com. Okay, I had to just get that on there. Obviously, I'm only showing you a portion of my screen right now. You can't see all my tabs and everything that are open. I kind of added that for a privacy factor. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna be doing a fun little video with you guys. It's just me. It's not Al. Al is probably asleep right now. I'd hope anyway. It is really late. Um, but yeah, it's just me, Kobe. We're just doing a fun little video. This is just for fun, guys. Just to give you an idea of what the future of the YouTube side of Imperial Radio coming to YouTube, or using YouTube for more of a video purpose rather than a something of the just uploading the podcast variety. The podcast will continue to come on the YouTube app, the YouTube website, but as for right now, we're gonna add a little fun into it. So I've probably talked enough, bored you guys to death. And if you didn't come here to listen to me talk, that's why you'd be listening to the podcast. So you're here to watch me. What are you here to watch me do? Well, I'll tell you what you're here to watch me do. You're gonna watch me rank all of these Jedi. This is a Jedi tier maker. If you're not familiar with Tiermaker, it's a website. I kind of didn't finish my thought there before I started rambling. Tiermaker is a website. If you're not familiar with it, it's a great website. You can go and do all sorts of things. You can look up, anything, a lot of things. Star Wars. You can look up, I do a lot of Star Wars and NFL, Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's kind of just fun media things, and you can like rank things. You don't even have to be media. You can rank like food and drink. You can rank music. You can rank. I literally did one the other day that was like ranking pops or sodas, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from. Um, yeah, it's a great website. You just can rank all sorts of stuff. As you can see, this is just for example. I'm going to take Syndrolic here. And if I think Syndrolic is basically how it goes, I'm going to change these up because I don't like actually how they order this. But you take a guy and you stick him up where, say I think Syndrolic is a S tier character. I'm gonna put him up here, and if I think what's this guy's name, Bala Rapal, something like that. I hope I'm not way wrong on that. And I think he's just trash. I'm gonna throw him down here, and then Barisoff, she's somewhere in the middle. I'm gonna put her up. You guys get how it's going. I'm gonna slide these guys back down. So yeah, we got about a lot of Jedi here. I'm not gonna count them all. Um, yeah, so what I'm first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change. You can change all these things on Tiermaker. I'm probably gonna be doing this a lot on the channel. It's one of my favorite things to do in my pastime, so I figured why not record it, you know. Anyway, so what I want to do here is change the name of this, and I'm actually gonna change the color. I'm gonna make it purple, and then after that I'm gonna go descending from green to red. But I'm gonna call this we'll call it the God tier. This is these are the best of the best Jedi. These are top tier, and I'm ranking this as a mixture of all things. It's not just most powerful. It's not just how well I like them. It's a mixture of everything, kind of. So it's kind of a very unorthodox ranking, but it's just kind of how I feel about the character. There's obviously going to be characters that are higher up that are less powerful than ones that are lower than them, and vice versa, however you want to call that. Yeah, you'll see how as I go here. I'm gonna I should have changed all these before we started. I'm just gonna call this the. We'll just keep that and be the A tier. I'm just gonna change all the colors from here on out. I don't like how the red is the good color. For some reason that bothers me. This is that, that color. I'm just gonna go to sending colors here. Perfect. That's exactly how I wanted it, I think. I like how the red is the F, because to me I associate red with fail and green pass. So I'm just gonna go down the line. I might jump around a little bit, for the most part I'm not going to. We're gonna start off. This is Adi Gallia, I believe. Okay, yes, this right here is Stas, and this is Adi Gallia. Okay, Adi Gallia. Um, I'm not I'm not huge on either of them. I'm not like they're not the best. They don't have the best backstory. They don't have the best really anything going for them. Either of the two. I think they're cousins is what they are. She gets killed by Maul or Grievous, one of the two in the Clone Wars. I'm gonna throw her up in the D tier. Like I like her better than Stas. I don't know why. I don't like Stas as much as I like her. Um, yeah, so Audi Glazing here. Agent Kolar, whatever we're gonna call him. I weirdly like this guy. I don't know if I like him more than Eth Koth. One of the reasons I really like him is because I have his Lego figure and it's extremely expensive. And didn't. I got it in a set, so I got the a good deal on it. He can go for up to like what his set cost back in the day, which was like $80. So that's insane. But that's really rare. That's like mint. But I like Aiken Kolar. I'm gonna put him up in the B tier. I might shift these guys down as I go too. But for the most part, yeah, Ahsoka Tano she's A tier. I mean, you can't put her up in the God tier just because of. I mean, you can. A lot of people probably would. I'm not going to. I really like her. I like her a lot. Um, but it's just how it is. Okay, you got Anakin Skywalker here. He's the chosen one. He's in the God tier. I mean, as far as power goes, he's like he has the most potential of all time. Um, but I'm ranking this obviously, like I said, based off of how I feel about them, how powerful they are, how well liked they are amongst the community, and all things considered, and even as far as to how they are portrayed in the movies, things like that. All things considered, I know a lot of people hate on Hayden Christensen's acting, and I don't think it's Hayden Christensen's fault, but I do agree that sometimes it was there was a little more to be desired there. But yeah, he's still a god tier character. I mean, he's the chosen one. He's the focal character of Star Wars. Him slash Darth Vader. I don't remember this guy's name. He's one of the Padawans. I'm not gonna lie. I don't. I liked the episodes. I didn't like the characters though. I think this was a guy that was really scared. He was like super scared, and he's a chicken. So we're gonna throw him in the F tier because that's F tier, bro. Um, I think this guy's name is Bowler Paul. I think so. He's like the Holocron Keeper or something of that variety. Um, we don't really get to see any of his backstory. Although I do like how the Clone Wars just added just a random Jedi, and they're like, okay, here he is. And they even give him a name too. And they did it with these two as well. And I guess Terry, they did it for a lot of Jedi, I guess. But I just like how they just threw him out of nowhere, and he was just like really important all of a sudden. So I'm gonna put him up in the D tier. I'm gonna put him behind Adi Gallia because I like Adi Gallia in the Clone Wars. This is Coleman Cassage. It's either that or it's Pablo Gil. That's one I can't often tell the difference. Not gonna lie. I think this is Coleman Cassage because Pablo Gil wasn't on the council and Coleman Cassage was, I believe, and he's in a council chair obviously. So Coleman Cassage. I like the look of the Jedi personally. I don't like how they couldn't keep him straight and they had to. And Pablo Gil um, is was the original character, and then they made an accidentally, or one of the two, they accidentally gave them two of them a name. You can see that happens a lot. Is Eth Koth in here? Where's Eth Koth? Is Eth Koth not in here? I might have just like tunnel vision and I'm not seeing not seeing. I don't think he is. That's unfortunate. I like Heathcliff. I actually probably might have ranked him higher than Aiken Kolar. Coleman Cassage for me is he has no backstory. He has nothing going for him. They literally do nothing with him. Or maybe it's Pablo Gil. Either way, they're both the same. I don't. I'm gonna throw him up here just because I like the looks of him. This guy gets so much hate, and I agree he went out like a complete chump. Don't get me wrong, complete chump. But I just love the look of this guy. Like I bought I bought a $90 Lego set. Basically, I told myself that's not why, but I basically bought him just because this guy was in it. And I don't know. I love this guy. I'm putting him up in the B tier. Maybe I'm gonna leave him up in the B tier, and we'll see how that kind of fills out. Because obviously he's not gonna be able to hang around with better Jedi. But this is Balaba. Yes, I'm not a big fan of her. I don't really like how she looks. Um, she's just really plain to me. Like I feel like I know she's human or whatever. Like she's a human. Like obviously doesn't look any more plain or any less plain than Ezra Bridger or Count Dooku or Luke Skywalker, for example. I don't know. There's just something about her I never really cared for all that much. I want to put her in the E tier. She's not F tier because I believe she was Mace Windu's Padawan. So, and she was a council member, I believe. So, Count Dooku, I'm not going to include. I'm also not going to include Saj Ventress. I will include Pong Krell because he was more of a Jedi. I mean, Count Dooku was a Jedi, but he left the Order, so was Saj Ventress. But to me, they're villains, and that's it. They're only villains to me. I don't see them any other way. Um, yeah, so that's just how that's going to be. Just to let you guys know, I'm not going to do them. I will do, like I said, I will do Pong Krell, though. I don't know why I moved him up here, though. Ezra Bridger. Ezra Bridger is a great Jedi. Cool. I don't like him as much as I like Kanan from the series, but I would say he's solid. He's solid B tier for me. Again, another one of these Padawan Jedi. No, I didn't. I liked this one even less than this. This one was annoying, like so annoying. And I even like the Rhodian species. I just yeah, no, she was annoying. Yeah, I want my crystal type of stuff. Like, just get out of here. Gunji. I know this guy's name is Gunji, and one of them's name is like Kif or something like that. This guy's name is Gunji, I believe. So he's cool. I like how he looks. I like obviously he's a Wookiee Jedi. Get some props. He's gonna put him up he's ahead of Baller Paul for me. I mean, and Coleman Cassage. I'm gonna put Coleman Cassage ahead of. I am ranking them like based on where their order is. Like this guy's better than this guy or this girl, so I'm gonna rank this guy ahead of this girl. See how I do? See how I'm doing that? Yeah. I'm a Gundy. I'm a Gundai. The Jedi with his fate written in his name. I love the look of this guy. The Nikto, whatever you want to call these guys. Awesome looking. Um, yeah, great looking. I totally lost my train of thought there. I'm gonna put him up in the B tier, like with uh, with Coleman Trable up there, just because I like the looks enough that they are B tier for me. Like they're great. I might end up moving some of them down, but this guy was cool. This Twi'lek Jedi. He's part of this group of these two and then the Syrian guy. Omar, I think was his name. Her name was something I don't remember. Um, I think it's started with a K or something like that. I think this guy's name is Omar too. I could be so wrong about these, but this guy was cool. I'm gonna throw him up. It's so hard to. I'm gonna throw him down here. I don't like him as much as any of these guys, but Jocasta knew. She was not a nice. She was so smug of a lady. I like her comic, the Vader comic, where she like escapes Order 66, escapes the temple and does some stuff, and then spoiler alert, she dies. Um, yeah, yeah. I think she's just there's so many of them that are gonna be in that D tier for me. I'm just you know, she's named and she's important. I just don't care for her. She's a librarian. Like she's boring. You know. This girl was okay. Again, I honestly think she's just in the D tier there. Kanan. Kanan's a great character. To me, A tier. He's A tier. I mean, he's a great character. I love his story arc. I love his somewhat of not redemption, but he really grew and beyond his circumstances and became the greatest character from that show by far. By far. This one's tough because she was good. She's one of this group. I'm gonna just put her as right above them because she's not as bad as these two, but just not good. Sindralik is a good character. You have to go kind of to the EU to really appreciate him, but I'm gonna put him up here in this B tier. These are just gonna be Jedi I like a lot. Obviously, as you can tell that. Kitty Mundy. This guy, I love Kitty Mundy. He's going up in the A tier. And honestly, I'm just gonna go for a feature here. They're right there. Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is the focal point of the original trilogy. He is he's not the main character, but he is if after Darth Vader it's Luke, and that's why he's God tier. It's Luke Skywalker. I don't think anybody's gonna debate me on that. Oh, okay, Luminar Unduli, cool. She's cool. I liked her in Clone Wars. I liked her look in Clone Wars especially better than I like her look in the actual prequels is kind of creepy looking. Her eyes just kind of bother me. I liked her in the Clone Wars a lot though. A really good like mother figure, very down to earth. Kind of took the Jedi tradition a little too far, like a lot of them did, and you can kind of tell that was kind of a focal point of a lot of the episodes she was in. I'm gonna put her in the C tier. She's gonna be the first to go in the C tier for some reason. I think that's fair. She's just a very middle of the road Jedi for me, but I like how she looks in the Clone Wars, and I like her character in the Clone Wars. Mace Windu for me, this might come to a surprise, but Mace Windu is a god tier character. I love Mace Windu. He is one of the most powerful Jedi, one of the most powerful named Jedi in canon and somewhat the EU as well. He's awesome. I mean, it's Mace Windu. What can you say? One of my personal favorite Jedi. Another one of my favorite Jedi is coming up somewhat soon. This guy, I like this guy. He was good. If she can be here, and he can be here, I think he can be like. I think he can be here just for the fact. I think he can be like here because he's a Syrian. Those are rare, so that's cool. It's cool to see another Syrian besides Kid. All right, I think this is just Ben Kenobi. There's no young Kenobi. Okay, so I don't have to worry about doing both of those. So Obi-Wan Kenobi as a whole, not just old Ben. This is obviously trying to mean the entirety of Obi-Wan's life is in this ranking. Obi-Wan Kenobi is God tier. I mean, what can you say? It's Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is the master of Anakin, somewhat the master of Luke. He is the grandfather figure to Ahsoka. And so many more. He even had dealings with Ezra. He is the second best teacher in all of Star Wars, as far as Jedi go. Pong Krell. I really like. I mean, I hate what he did, but I really like the character, and I thought he was really interesting. It was really cool of the Clone Wars to take that kind of dark Jedi route that you get. The EU is really good about the dark Jedi, the ones that did not like the war and actually kind of switched to the opposing side, and but continued to play it out. Like kind of like your Sora books. Ayla Secure even went that way for a while in the EU comics and things like that. I like what they did with Ponkrell. Geez, I couldn't think of his name, but I don't think he breaks that B tier for me. I'm gonna stick him up in the C tier. I think if as far as originality goes, I think I'm gonna rank him above Illuminara. This guy was okay. Um, he's right here though. He's not. She was probably the better of all of the students. The This guy wasn't too bad though. I didn't mind him, and I like how he's a Kit Fisto guy, a Nautilin or whatever. Um, Even PL, Evan Peel, however you want to call him. I call him I call him even for some reason, like even number. It's definitely Evan, but I don't. It just sounds weird to call an old man Evan. That's such a, like a 9-year-old name. So it's Evan. I don't know. We'll just call him Evan PL. Evan Peel. Evan PL. Interesting. I'm gonna put him up in that C tier. Yeah. I like him, and I like his arc in the Clone Wars and everything, but uh, he's just like he's kind of like Luminar, just kind of running the mill for me, just middle of the road. Like him, but not that much. Plo Koon. This is gonna be shocking for you guys, but am I ranking Plo Koon above Ahsoka? Yes. This is a personal preference. This is me kind of shoehorning him in up here, but he's one of my favorite Jedi. He is actually my favorite Jedi. Um, and I don't think he's better than Ahsoka character wise, but I think I'm just gonna use my MacGuffin here and just stick him right there and just not have any reasoning for it. Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn is important, one of the most important, um, for a lot of reasons, really. My big reasoning for not putting him in the God tier is because really we only get to see him in one movie now. He's referenced, he has voices in other movies and things like that, but we get to see him in one movie, and like you know, he gets it's his movie basically. It's him and Anakin's movie essentially. I mean, Obi-Wan's in there, Padme's in there. I get that, but it's basically his movie. It's Phantom Menace. But I just I have to put him behind Kanan because that's just personal preference. I like Kanan more. I like the story of Kanan more. I like the Order 66 Survivor aspect of it. Qui-Gon Jinn's great. Don't get me wrong. Just I never really resonated with him as much as a lot of people did. A lot of people he's their favorite Jedi. A lot of people they say he is the ideal Jedi along with Obi-Wan. I agree with that, but just never really resonated with as much. Yes, the legendary Quinlan Voss. I'm throwing him up in the A tier. I love his character. I love his background, his EU stuff, his canon stuff. Everything's good. I need to get around to reading the Dark Disciple book because that'd be awesome to read that, but I have not. All right, just keep sticking. Oh, well, let me do that. Barriss Offee. I'm throwing her down in the C tier. I liked what they did with her in the Clone Wars, but I feel like they kind of just used her story and they just kind of used her as to make the bad guy out to get Ahsoka. To that whole storyline was good. I honestly wasn't a huge fan of it being Barrett. I was at the time, but now that I look back at it, I'm like, I really wish. I don't know. For me, it didn't make that much sense for it to be Barriss right now. Anyways, I liked it back then, but that whole storyline with her bombing the temple, I just kind of made me. It wasn't her fault, obviously. I just kind of made me lose a lot of love I had for the character's development, or not development, but story that she had thus far. Rey Skywalker. Some people cringe as I call her Skywalker. Rey's good. She really is. It's just as far as being a jet, like she's a great character. She's a better character than. Well, I don't know. She's a more important character than if you're going off importance. I put her like right here, or maybe even here, maybe even here. Um, but being a Jedi, she did defeat Sidious, which was more than Kit Fisto or Regan Kolar could do, or Mace would do for that matter. But that movie, Rise of Skywalker, had some flaws, and a lot of it involved Rey. Majority of it involved Rey. I'm gonna stick her in the B tier. I think they could have done better with that character. I like the character. It's not anything to do with being female or anything of that variety. I'd have no problem with that. I just genuinely don't care for. I like the character a lot. I just don't care for a lot of what they did with the character, and it kind of just ruins the whole aspect of it for me. Um, Sazy Tin, however you want to say it. Great character. I can't quite put him up in the A tier, although I really do like him. I think we are. I think there is only one A tier character left, and I think you guys, or not even A tier, A to God tier character left, and I think you guys know who that is. So, Sazy Tin, throwing him up in the B tier, and I'm gonna put him. I didn't really order this well actually. I like Syndraulig. He's gonna be up here. I like. This is ordered right. This is ordered right. Um, oh no, I got some notifications there. Yeah, Sazy 10 better than Ezra. That's a song. Ezra's above that. I would say it goes like that. Probably even like that actually. Um, I keep moving. What do I keep there? I think that's probably the ideal ranking personally, right there in that B tier. Um, Shock T, great character. Really underrated character, whether in canon and in EU. Very underrated character. Um, she's B tier. She is ahead of. If you count Force Unleashed, she's like here for me. Also, I'll count Force Unleashed as canon. Make it canon. Um, Sypha Dyas, interesting character. Although you can't really go with a lot. I like the whole backstory, and he's huge in the prequels. I mean, he's the most important character in the prequels that you don't see, basically. Besides, if you count Darth Sidious, because you never really see him, but you do see him in holograms and stuff, and then at the end. But you never even see this guy. Nobody even knew what he looked like. But he's so important. He changed the galaxy forever. I like what they did with him in Clone Wars, although I kind of liked the mystery of it more than I actually liked getting the answer, if that makes any sense. It kind of once we got the answer, I was kind of like, wow, I really just kind of lost all the mystique around everything. I'm gonna put him up in the C tier. Yeah, C tier. I like, yeah, I don't like him better than any of these characters, and I'm actually gonna. No, I like how that is actually. Stasa Lee, me, eh, like, yeah. I just, she's, I don't know. She's just not good enough. She's the one in the Order 66 team that gets blasted off of her little speeder bike thing on Seleucami. She's not gonna say I don't like her. It's just nothing crazy that I enjoy about her or anything like that. Just don't really know anything about her. Terra Sinube, interesting character. I like the character. I actually like the idea of the character more than I like the character itself. I liked the outline of the character. The actual execution of the character was good. Sometimes a little kiddish, kind of comic relief-ish. Um, Good father figure for Ahsoka though for an episode. If I knew more about his story, if they included him more in even with like the raid on the temple with Anakin raiding the temple, if they could include some kind of story with him or something, that'd be cool. But as for right now, he's uh he's he's up here. I think he's in that D tier. All right, so this is Tip Lee, and this is Tiplar, I believe. Tip Lee is the one that gets shot by Tup. Again, we don't really know anything about her. It's hard to really care. But I think she's the cooler looking one of the two. I like her better looking. They're sisters, I think. Yeah, they're sisters, but they look nothing alike. It must just be an inter or a species thing. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, let's just go ahead and say she's better, and but they're probably still gonna be in the same tier. I'm gonna throw them both in here. Eh. I like her better than Stas. I'll say that. I probably like her better than this guy too, just because I like the way she looks. Because humans get boring. It's cool to see alien characters. Yaddle. This is like the most like potentially great character that could be used. Before Baby Yoda, this was the only other Yoda species we had, and nobody was really doing anything with it, you know? Nobody, like, there should have been a scene where they talked or something like that, you know? We never even see them, you know, in canon, movies and TV, main media, the spectrum. Yeah, they never even talk or anything like that. Like, that's such a missed thing. But I like Yaddle. I'm gonna throw her up here. This might break into a two block thing. Um, Yoda. It's God tier. I actually haven't organized this yet. I'll organize this when I'm done. This guy was cool. I liked him. I hate how he sniffled the whole episode though. That was kind of annoying. But not better than Gunji. Not better than. You know what? I'm gonna put him right here. But I like no I didn't. No I didn't. I'm lying to myself. Ayla Secura, good Jedi. Um, probably 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 C tier, but very front of the C tier. And then I'm not gonna do these two, so I'm actually done. Not gonna do them. Yeah. So now we gotta rearrange the everything should beyond this is pretty well is arranged right. God tier characters, man. Overall, I'm gonna put Yoda in the front, just because you know it's Yoda. Luke, if we're going by mostly canon, I like to go by canon if it's a well-developed character. I like to go by canon. If it's not a well-developed character, I'll use a little bit of EU. Man, Luke just never really reached the potential that he definitely should have in the new movies, or at least it was never shown anyway. There's some comics that kind of give him some light, but for the most part, man, they really kind of took Luke and took him a step down. So, um, I think I'm gonna leave it just like that. I personally just like Mace Windu more than I like Obi-Wan Kenobi, so that's probably the only reason that he's ahead of Obi-Wan for Mace. Oh, excuse me. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys want to get a good look at this is the at least my side of the how I would rank these Jedi on tier. And again, this is tiermaker.com. Great website. I'll throw a link up in the description of the video. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tune in as always regularly Fridays for Imperial Radio for the podcast episodes. You can find that here on YouTube. You can find that on SoundCloud, Spotify, Podbean, any place. You probably know where you're looking for it before, but just in case, hit us up. Be sure to subscribe. If you guys like this content, if you guys want to see Star Wars content besides just our podcast, yes, throw up a like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you can. And thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great night.